welcome to the stage, Steve Clark.
Thank you. The guy cheering for me is my much more attractive twin brother. Speaking of that, I've never had a one-night stand. I don't know if you could tell by looking at me. I'm not opposed to the idea. I just don't look like the kind of guy who has a one. Like I look like Bob Saget with clinical depression. It's not like a guy that you want to like hit it and then quit it. You know. I'm not opposed to hitting it and quitting it. I just don't know how you propose that. Like I would hit it and then quit it. If you also would hit it and then I don't know how the exchange is supposed to happen. And on top of that, and I think this is just the way that I am. When I'm interested in someone and they show an interest in me, I immediately start thinking about marriage, which is not the best way to go. A couple months ago, I was thinking in my house, I was like, I don't want to die alone. So I made a Tinder profile, and I listed my height, because that's a thing. On there, you got to list your height, I think. And I put a quote up about loneliness by David Foster Wallace, just to give you a read on who I am. And I matched with this girl. She's beautiful. She's a Nigerian med student. And I only say that because she immediately said, I really want to read Infinite Jest. I'm like, oh my God, it's my favorite book. And I was like, why do you want to read that? She's like, so I can have something to talk about with my future douchebag white boyfriend. I was like, oh, great. Great answer. Took the quote out of my profile. Just said I'm reading Gone Girl or something. And so we were talking and texting. I was killing it. And she says to me, listen, I know I'm gonna sound like a fuckboy here, but I'm not really sure what I want. And I was like, do I tell her I only kind of know what a fuckboy is? But we meet, and it was somewhere around here. It was like Joe's Smoky place or something, and she looks beautiful, and she looks at me, and she's smiling, and I'm like, what are you so excited about? Do I look nice? What is it? I want her, I'm fishing for a compliment. She says, oh, you're just as tall as you said you are. I'm like, the standards for men on Tinder have never been lower. Just say how tall you are and you're good. And so we're on the date. And I think she's into me, but I have a hard time telling. I have this complex about is this girl interested in me? When I was in high school, I thought this girl was into me. We were at the Blair Witch Project at the Neshaminy Mall, and I thought she was into me because her foot was near my foot, and so I went to reach my arm around her, unbeknownst to me, she was a disciple of the Tiger Schulman's Karate Academy, perfect block, and she's like, no, honey, not tonight. It was a big moment for feminism in Northeast Philadelphia, and so I think this girl is interested in me, this girl I'm out on this date with a couple months ago, and I just blurt out, I'd like to kiss you, because her leg was near my leg, and she said, I'd like if you kissed me too, really cool. And I didn't expect her to, I would, but I'm really awkward. And eventually, we got it out of the way, we kissed, whatever, it was great, it was wonderful. And I was like, maybe this is my one night stand night. But I walked her back to her apartment, and we kissed, and I went back to my car, and I was smitten. I was just, it was great, because you have so many bad dates. So many dates where you don't get and you have a good one. So I got in my car and I made a playlist with a lot of Alanis Morissette songs. We met another time, and again, there was chemistry. Her leg was near my leg the whole night, and I went back I drove home, and I'm singing / screeching along with Alanis Morissette. and just totally into it, like picturing our lives together. And we're supposed to meet the next week, and that day she says, I think I'm gonna focus on school right now. Like med school's tough, and I wanted to say, like, I guess the Hippocratic Oath doesn't cover the heart. And I know, right? So, oh, thank you. So again, in a couple of weeks, we started talking again, and like texting. And I said, "Well, would you like to get together again?" And she said, "We could, but I just want you to know that I'm seeing someone." And I was trying to figure out why this hurt so much, beside the not wanting to die alone thing. And like, I think it's because when you're interested in someone and you put yourself out there and you're exposed, and they say that they're not interested, even though it's honest and they did everything right, it still hurts, But I think I guess you got to keep doing it until you find that person. So I'm single AF. Thank you.